I'm going to try to do this a little differently than posting on YouTube, because I done one earlier, and for some reason YouTube just deleted it or ate it or spit it out or turned it into confetti somewhere. My problem is with the Xbox One. The more and more stuff we hear come out on the Xbox One, the worse the system seems to be becoming. There's a lot of things that are wrong with it. There's a lot of people out there that does not like it, and there's a lot of reasons why I'm not buying one. There's other videos out there that are well done that you can watch about the Xbox One and what people feel about it. Alpha Omega Sin, look him up. If you're not one of his regular subscribers, subscribe to him. He's really good and he's funny, honestly. But here's the issues I have with the Microsoft new Xbox One. Microsoft's Xbox One has a lot of problems. One of the major problems being that they sit there and say that they are not going to spy on you with their Connect and always online connectability. Even though today they came out with a list of people that are giving information to the government. And guess who one of those people were? Microsoft. Really? Really? You sit there and on one finger, well, we're not going to do that to you guys. And then a report that came from the NSA telling who they're gathering all this wonderful information from is Microsoft. Okay, that's not the only thing that they're gathering information on, and I understand business perspective what they're doing. They're going to have you constantly hooked up to the internet so they can find out what your gaming habits are, what ads you're looking at, what websites you're going to look at in order to orient the product to sell you more product. That's what that's about. I understand that. It's called cookies. They do it in the regular PCs. They're going to do it with the Microsoft Xbox One. Every time they come out, I don't know who they have as their PR guy in Microsoft that keeps coming out with these new revelations and other little tidbits about the system. You need to shut him up. If you want to sell this system, you're going to have to shut him up. The system's not out yet, and I know it's premature for everybody to be bitching and complaining about it, but what we've heard about it does not make for good gaming, period. Only thing they showed at the Xbox One meeting they had last month was it's going to be all about TV for some reason. Oh, wow, look at all this TV stuff that we have. Whoa. There's a TV right there. I can watch TV. I don't need a system to hook up through my cable or after my cable box into another system so I can play with it, play with the TV. I have a cable box. I can watch cable now. I have a DVR in my cable box. I can tape shows right now and watch them later. I do not buy game systems for their interconnectability with every other thing in my house. The video game industry needs to realize that it is not the TV industry. It's not the movie industry. It's not the sports industry. It is the video game entertainment industry. Means you need to focus on building video games. And actually, I'll take that back because I know what you're doing. You're trying to capture the bulk of everything that is entertainment. You want everybody to have a set-top box that is their everything in their house. That is admirable. I can give you that. And I think that's not a bad thing to do. However, we are not to that point. And the set-top boxes that you're designing is actually worse than computer systems at this moment. I can build a desktop computer and have my TV run into it and play better looking games than what the Xbox is going to be coming out with. Really. And my computer can do a lot more than just play games and watch TV. For example, this. I know the share function on the Xbox is going to be, oh, we're just going to allow you to upload. Are you really? Or are companies not going to allow you to show their video games on that without a copyright infringement? What Nintendo just come out with was, hey, you can show our videos, but only videos of certain length, and anything above that, we need to be paid for. That's what the gaming community is going towards, which is basically stabbing you as a gamer in the heart with a knife or in the back with a knife, or both at the same time, because they're your games. You purchased them. You bought these games. You should be able to do whatever you want with them. If you want to give them away, give them away. If you want to sell them back to somebody, by all means do so. That's not the logic of the new system. The new Xbox system is going to be all about, you got to pay us up front, and then the manufacturer is going to charge you if you give your disc to somebody else. But you can only transfer it once. Just once. Transfer it to somebody else, and it's stuck with them forever. Even if it sucks, even if nobody wants it. I will tell you this. I will not be buying an Xbox One. I already got an Xbox One, the original Xbox. And I don't need to be online to play that thing. I think that's a stupid move on your part to go with that. I think another part of the problem of it is, I think that this new generation coming up should not be coming up yet. I think it needs to be another 3 or 4 years and let the Xbox 360 and the PS3 fight it out a little more, because PS3 is starting to come into their own. But now we're going to be bombarded with these new systems, which means these other systems, including the 360 and the PS3, are just going to be shoved off to the side. No big deal. Who cares? This cannot be in response to the Wii U, because the Wii U is Nintendo product. Nintendo, whether you all like it or not, does not really compete with Microsoft and Sony. Nintendo has its fan base. Period. There is nobody else that can take away from Nintendo's fan base. Nintendo is Nintendo. People will buy it no matter what. They bought the GameCube. I've got one. I love my cube. Nintendo's audience isn't the same. Microsoft is trying to become the set-top box of the future. And it's not going to happen because the system itself is flawed. And it is working against the gamer, who is the core audience of this thing. Mom and pop, casual gamer, will not buy the Xbox One, period, because it doesn't suit them. So what? It's got Kinect that's got to be on all the time, watching you all the time. They say it's a low power mode. Yeah, but it's still listening. And I guarantee, with as great as hackers and great pirates as there are out there, they will be finding a way to tap into your system, watch you through your Kinect do things. It's data mining, plain and simple. I won't have an Xbox One. Don't care. I really don't care about that system right there. The 360, there's a few games on it I like. But honestly, give me one of my old game systems any day of the week. I'm more of a retro gamer now than I've ever been, because looking back at the past, the games were awesome. I didn't have to jump online and play with 30 other people in a circle in order to enjoy my game. My buddy would come over to the house, we would sit down and play a wrestling game together. Come over to the house, we'd play a racing game together. More personal, better connectivity between two people was the old days. Now it's, you could talk on a microphone to somebody that lives way overseas, which is fine. I don't mind some social aspects of gaming. However, when you make the games nothing but social, they lose their meaning. They lose being important to those that truly, truly want to play the games for what they are and enjoy them as an art form. I wish Microsoft will fire whoever's coming out with all this new PR stuff. Get rid of them because they're hurting you, not helping you. And I hope every other gamer out there realizes the direction of what the gaming industry is going into. It's not going to help us. It's only helping the corporations. I like standing behind corporations. I like Nintendo. They care about gamers. Even though people think they're a little cutesy and their games are kind of cutesy, they're still behind gamers. They're still making games. Sony, I'm waiting to see what the PS4 is going to be like. I'm waiting to see what the PS4 games are going to be like. But honestly, I don't have much faith in this generation, let alone the next generation. I'd rather go out and get me a Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, 64, a Nintendo, a Genesis, real games for real gamers. And until next time, good gaming to you all.